Picture this. You wake up, walk downstairs, unlock a door, and you're at work. No commute, no separate rent for your business, no landlord raising your lease. Your business and your home share the same building, same foundation, same mortgage payment. This is a live-work barndominium, half retail or office space, half residence. And it's changing how small business owners think about overhead. I'm walking you through exactly how this works, what it costs, and whether it makes sense for your situation. If you run a business or you're thinking about starting one, stick around. This might solve problems you didn't know had solutions. A live-work barndominium isn't a home office. It's not a spare bedroom with a desk where you take Zoom calls. It's a legitimate commercial or retail space with a completely separate residential area, both under one roof. Downstairs, your storefront, studio, workshop, office, or clinic. Customer entrance from the street, professional layout, signage, the whole setup. Upstairs or in the back, your actual living quarters, kitchen, bedrooms, bathrooms, private entrance. Two functions, one structure. You're living where you work, but the zones are separated. Your customers never see your living room. You're not inviting clients into your kitchen. It's professional, it's legal, and in most cases, it's cheaper than paying rent on both. Let's break down what this actually looks like in practice. Real example number 1, the coffee shop owner. Sarah owns a small coffee roastery in rural Tennessee. She'd been renting a commercial space for $2,200 a month, living in an apartment for another $1,400. Total monthly overhead just for buildings, $3,600. She bought 3 acres outside town, built a 2,400 square foot live-work barndominium. Bottom floor, 1,400 square feet. Commercial kitchen, roasting equipment, retail counter, seating for 12, ADA-compliant bathroom, front entrance facing the road. Top floor, 1,000 square feet. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, full kitchen, living room, private staircase entrance from the side. Total build cost was $232,000. Her mortgage, insurance, and property taxes combined were $1,850 a month. She went from $3,600 in monthly housing and business costs to $1,850. That's $1,750 per month saved. Over 10 years, $210,000. And here's the part that really matters. Half the building is a business expense. She writes off half the mortgage interest, half the property taxes, half the insurance, half the utilities. Her effective housing cost after deductions around $900 per month. She's living almost for free while running her business out of a building she owns. That's the financial equation that makes this work. What this costs to build. Let's talk real numbers for 2026. A typical live-work barndominium runs 2,000 to 3,000 square feet total, roughly 60% commercial space, 40% residential, or 50-50 depending on your needs. Shell structure, 40 by 50 to 40 by 60 metal building, steel frame, metal siding, and roof. Cost, $55,000 to $75,000. Foundation, thickened slab to support commercial use and any heavy equipment. Cost, $16,000 to $24,000. Commercial systems, electrical with higher amperage service, 200 to 400 amp panel. Cost, $12,000 to $18,000. Commercial plumbing, additional sinks, grease traps if food service, ADA compliance. Cost, $14,000 to $22,000. HVAC zoned for commercial and residential areas separately. Cost, $15,000 to $24,000. Commercial finishes, storefront, workspace, drywall, flooring suitable for commercial traffic, lighting, storefront glass, ADA bathroom. Cost, $40,000 to $65,000. Residential finishes, living quarters, standard residential kitchen, bathrooms, bedrooms, flooring. Cost, $35,000 to $50,000. Signage, storefront entrance, accessibility ramp. Cost, $8,000 to $15,000.
Total turnkey cost is $175,000 to $250,000. That gets you both a functioning business space and a complete home. Compare that to buying commercial property and a separate house. You're looking at $400,000 to $600,000 combined in most markets. The live-work approach cuts that in half or better. Real example number 2, the physical therapist. Marcus is a physical therapist who left a hospital job to open his own practice. Renting a small clinic space was going to cost him $2,800 a month, plus his apartment at $1,600. He built a 2,600-square-foot live-work barndominium outside a mid-sized North Carolina town. Ground level, treatment rooms, waiting area, ADA restroom, small office, storage for equipment, separate entrance, parking for 6 cars. Upper level, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, open living and kitchen. Build cost, $218,000. His mortgage payment, $1,680 per month. He writes off 60% as a business expense because that's the commercial space percentage. His taxable housing cost after deductions, roughly $670 per month. He's operating a clinic and living in a 3-bedroom home less than his old apartment cost. And he's building equity in a commercial property he owns instead of paying a landlord.
Zoning and permits, the part nobody warns you about. Here's where this gets tricky. Most residential zoning doesn't allow commercial activity. Most commercial zoning doesn't allow full-time residential living. You need mixed-use zoning, or you need to be in an area with flexible rural zoning that permits home-based businesses. Before you buy land, before you design anything, call the county planning office. Ask, can I operate a retail business and live in the same building on this parcel? If they say no, ask what zoning classification would allow that. Sometimes they'll say it's allowed as long as the business doesn't generate excessive traffic or noise. Sometimes they'll say it's fine in agricultural or rural commercial zones. Sometimes they'll say no, period. Don't assume, verify. Also, building codes differ for commercial and residential spaces. The commercial portion will need ADA-compliant bathroom, commercial-grade electrical and plumbing, fire-rated separation between commercial and residential, if required, proper egress, exits, and possibly a fire suppression system depending on business type. Your builder needs to know this is a mixed-use building up front, not halfway through construction. Get the right permits, build to code. Don't cut corners. A failed inspection can shut your business down before it opens. Businesses this works for. This model doesn't work for every business, but it works really well for certain types. Retail with low foot traffic, coffee roasters, boutique shops, antique stores, plant nurseries, farm stands, artisanal goods. You need customers, but not hundreds per day. Your residential privacy stays intact. Service-based businesses, physical therapy, massage therapy, counseling, bookkeeping, insurance agents, real estate offices. Clients come by appointment, controlled traffic, professional environment. Creative studios, photography studios, art studios, pottery, woodworking, graphic design, video production. You need workspace and equipment. Customers visit occasionally or not at all. Workshops and maker spaces, furniture building, metalworking, leather goods, jewelry, anything where you make products and occasionally sell direct. Professional offices, accountants, lawyers, architects, consultants, anything where clients need a professional meeting space but traffic is scheduled. What doesn't work? High traffic retail, grocery, convenience store, automotive repair, zoning and environmental rules, medical clinics with lots of daily patients, parking and traffic issues. Know your business model. Make sure it fits before you build. Tax advantages everyone misses. Let's talk taxes, because this is where the live-work model really shines. You can deduct the business portion of mortgage interest, property taxes, insurance, utilities, repairs and maintenance, depreciation on the building. If 60% of your building is commercial, you're writing off 60% of all those costs. That's thousands of dollars in deductions every year. Example, your mortgage interest is $12,000 per year. You deduct $7,200 as a business expense. Property taxes are $4,000. You deduct $2,400. Insurance is $2,000. You deduct $1,200. That's $10,800 in deductions just from those three items. At a 25% effective tax rate, that's $2,700 saved annually. Over 20 years, that's $54,000 in tax savings. But here's the catch. You need to keep business and personal spaces clearly separated. The IRS requires exclusive and regular use of the business space for business purposes only. Don't use your commercial area as a living room at night. Don't store personal items there. Keep it clean. Keep records. Get a good accountant who understands home-based businesses. Financing challenges. Getting a loan for a live-work barndominium is harder than a standard home loan. Many lenders see it as commercial property. That means higher down payment, 20 to 30%, higher interest rates, 1 to 2% above residential, and shorter loan terms, 15 or 20 years instead of 30. Some lenders won't touch it at all. Your best bet, local banks and credit unions that understand small business lending. National lenders often have rigid rules that don't accommodate mixed-use properties. Also, if you can show business income or a solid business plan, lenders are more likely to approve. Proof of concept matters. If you're already running the business and just moving it into your building, that's easier to finance than a startup. Expect the process to take longer. Expect more paperwork, but it's doable. Some people build with cash or construction loans, then refinance later once the business is generating revenue. Explore your options early. Don't wait until you're ready to build. Who this makes sense for? This works if you're a small business owner tired of paying double overhead. It works if you want to eliminate your commute entirely. It works if you're okay living where you work and maintaining boundaries. It works if you're in a rural or semi-rural area where zoning is flexible. It works if you value ownership over renting. It doesn't work if you need total separation between work and home life. It doesn't work if local zoning prohibits it. It doesn't work if your business generates heavy traffic or noise that would disrupt residential living. Be honest about your situation. This isn't for everyone, but for the right business owner, it's a financial game changer. Live, work, barndominium. Business downstairs, home upstairs. One mortgage, half the overhead. $175,000 to $250,000 builds both. Check your zoning, talk to lenders, run the numbers. Subscribe for more strategies like this. Comment with your business type and whether this could work for you. See you next time.